The sun sets over a city where dreams often feel out of reach for many. For a young man named Hussein, the journey began with a single, heavy step. Entering a world of iron and sweat can feel like walking into a lion's den. Every footfall on that rubber floor echoed with his own deep-seated doubts. He reached for the smallest weights, wondering if he even belonged there. Focus was his only shield against the overwhelming strength of those around. But in the reflection of the glass, something felt like it was watching him. When he turned to look, there was nothing but the rhythmic swing of a bag. The next day, the feeling returned, a dark shape haunting his every movement. Fear has a way of turning a warm room into a cold and lonely prison of ice. Panic began to rise as he realized he might not be as alone as he thought. A strange presence seemed to loom over him, casting a shadow on his progress. The weight of his anxiety finally caused his focus to shatter in an instant. In the quiet of the locker room, he sat alone with the urge to just give up. That was when he discovered a small piece of paper tucked inside his gear. The words were simple, but carried a warmth he had not felt in a long time. He scanned the empty aisles, searching for the person who knew his struggle. At night, the darkness of his room felt heavy with the desire to quit. He looked to his wall for a sign that he was capable of reaching the peak. A spark of defiance flickered to life, pushing back against the cold fear. He returned to the gym when the world was quiet, ready to face his demons. The silence was thick, broken only by the sound of his own heavy breathing. Suddenly, a massive silhouette stretched across the floor, engulfing his own. Time seemed to stand still as a presence loomed directly behind his back. Driven by instinct, he turned to face the phantom that had been following. His voice rang out in the empty hall, demanding to know who was back there. From the deep gloom, a figure slowly emerged into the soft overhead light. It was not a monster, but a man whose face was etched with years of kindness. With a gentle gesture, the stranger showed that he meant no harm at all. He spoke of watching a young man struggle and seeing a reflection of himself. His eyes held the light of someone who had walked this difficult path before. He remembered being the one who felt small, weak, and invisible to the world. Long ago, he had stood in these same shadows, waiting for a hand to reach out. He had stayed silent, only because he did not want to disturb the hard work. The tension in the air dissolved, replaced by the start of a new connection. The mystery of the notes was solved, revealing a mentor hiding in the dark. For the first time in weeks, a sense of belonging finally began to take root. Under a watchful eye, the young man began to move with a brand new purpose. Guidance turned his shaky efforts into the steady rhythm of true discipline. Laughter soon filled the spaces where fear and intimidation used to reside. Days turned into weeks, and his physical strength began to match his spirit. The reflection in the mirror no longer showed a boy, but a man of confidence. Now he was the one ready to offer a kind word to those just starting out. They walked out as partners, 2 generations united by the iron they shared. True strength is never built alone. It is found in the hearts of each other.